Aloha, my name is Dr. Nick with Island Holistic Healing on the Big Island of Hawaii. So, a little background about myself. When I was in university, at the University of Notre Dame, I was 21 years old, and I was studying a business degree with my major in finance. Okay, and my last year at the university, I became very sick, and I suffered with a host of symptoms. Namely, number one, chronic fatigue syndrome. Number two, encephalopathy, where you start to experience a pressure and a fog of brain function in my head. Number three, digestive disturbances, cystic acne, which affected all over my back and neck and my face. My complexion was really bad. And I was really struggling and really suffering in my physical health. And I had no idea how to recover from this. I guess at the time it felt like a curse on my physical well-being. And so this affected me mentally and caused me to want to, be able to have a way to leave the planet, because this was just too challenging for me to be able to deal with at this time in my life. As a young person who thought I had my whole life in front of me, had a very bright future, and now I was at a point whereby I was struggling to come out of my bed. And so over time, I learned how to heal my own body, okay? And that process took time. I really struggled to find the path that would take me to a new level of health, to where I would be normal in society again. One of the symptoms that affected me the most was when I developed multiple chemical sensitivities, an intolerance to synthetic perfumes and chemicals. And this made it very difficult for me to be able to be in normal society. So fortunately, I was able to find the path towards my health again. In my journey, I learned a lot of different things. First of all, I learned that I had to change my diet. I had to learn that I had to eat more organic, whole foods the way God created them. I had to learn that there were different chemicals that were harmful, and that I had to, learn how to use natural alternatives. And then over time, I was fortunate that I was able to learn about eating raw foods. This was a very new thought to me, and what I found was when I started eating raw foods only, I felt really, really good. I had the best energy. I felt so alive. And then I also learned about fasting. And my first experience with fasting was water fasting for one day. And I noticed that doing a one complete day of water fasting made me feel better. So I learned how to do longer fasting. I learned to do, 2, 3, 7, 11, 14 days water fasting. And every time I did more extended water fasting, I felt healthier and healthier, and my symptom problems were going away. I then read a book called Fasting Can Save Your Life by Herbert Shelton. And that book I was reading while I was undergoing a water fast, that I had determined in my mind I was going to water fast for as long as possible until I'm completely healthy again. And in that book, I learned about other doctors that would guide people through water fasting and supervise them, taking their their vital signs, their blood tests, testing, doing all the proper testing to properly supervise somebody during a water-only fast. So I decided to break that fast, and I decided to go to one of my mentors who had a facility for water-only fasting. His name was Dr. David James Scott, and he had his own laboratory and his own way of properly guiding people fasting at his facility with laboratory analysis. And so under his guidance, I did a 30-day water-only fast. And when I was coming out of the water fast, I felt so much clarity. And with that in mind, I realized, the only thing left that I can think of to do with my life at this point, I decided that I should do something like what Dr. Scott does to help other people with their health. Because for me, this was, several years of struggling to find answers to my own health. And I knew lots of people that I got to know through those years that had very similar problems, but didn't have the path that I found. And so I thought, I think the best way for me to be able to help other people would to become a doctor myself. And so after lots of decision making and working to save money, I then decided to go to chiropractic school. My mentors, Dr. Scott included, were chiropractors, and they encouraged me into the chiropractic profession. So I wound up enrolling in chiropractic school, and I completed my Doctor of Chiropractic Education. I decided that I wanted to utilize my skills in Africa, and I had visited Kenya. I went to Kenya. I wound up learning how to grow all of my own food. started an amazing tropical garden of paradise. We called it the Garden of Eden. This farm out in rural Kenya was very well known, and we in this area, and everybody knew it as Chagua Maisha, and that was choose life. Chagua Maisha, choose life. Choose Life Organic Farm, and then I had started a non-profit entity, 501c3, known as Choose Life Health Ministries. So even to this day, oftentimes people will see that I have an email address called Choose Life Ministries and at gmail.com, and I had a website. It was chooselifeministries.org. I had an email address, nick@chooselifeministries.org. This was all in respect to wanting to help other people in Kenya to learn how to have a healthy life for themselves, and to learn about eating raw foods and growing organic food and fasting. And so after being in Kenya for a few years, eventually I started working also for a chiropractic facility in the Nairobi area, and then eventually making my way back to Hawaii, where we again helped people with water fasting, and then I wound up going and working in Southeast Asia for a few years, and then coming back to Hawaii again, and then that's when we started the practice Island Holistic Healing. And so we have our chiropractic facility. We've been helping people with water fasting retreat programs, and I've decided that this year, enough is enough. I am going to spend time teaching people online. And so this is now the beginning of this new enterprise, which is teaching people online and using this platform to be able to help people that I may or may not ever meet. So I encourage you to please follow this channel. Please support this channel. We are here to help you to learn how to help heal your body. Okay? This has now been 25 years of my life of helping people with their health. And if I am going to be able to help enough people, as many people as possible, I need to be reaching people online. And when you support my channel, you will help me to help other people. So I encourage you to like my channel, subscribe to my channel, comment on my videos, and if you have specific questions for me, reach out to me. Thank you very much. It's coming into the Christmas period, and we all want life to be back to the way that it was before 2020, and I will do everything I can do to be able to reach as many people as possible so that people can recognize that we are in control of our health. There is no other thing out there that is going to lead us to health, and we have to support each other, and we have to get people to understand that real health is not by the made-up media, and real health is what we are promoting and supporting on this channel. And we need you to support us so that we can support each other and support the world that we want to exist in. Thank you for listening. Mahalo.